PCOS Advocacy Day and why you want to know how Polycystic Ovary Syndrome impacts lives. Welcome to Be Fab, Be You Made Simple, your daily dose of inspiration designed to help you reinvent yourself by optimizing your body and mind. I am Maria Horstman, a health editor and coach, a fitness trainer, a speaker, and an entrepreneur, founder of BeFabBeYou.com. Our episodes are short and will bring you valuable content and practical nuggets for optimal health and fitness that you can implement ASAP. Let's get you to feel fabulous every day. Are you ready? Check out the show notes to 1, schedule a free call with me to discuss a plan to take your health to the next level. 2, submit a question to be featured in our Ask Me Anything episodes on Sundays. Connect with me on social media and much more. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, share with your friends and leave it a rating. PCOS Advocacy Day and why you want to know how Polycystic Ovary Syndrome impacts lives. Have you heard of PCOS or Polycystic Ovary Syndrome? Do you or anyone you know have PCOS? If you know nada or little, it is my goal to have your ears perk up when you hear about fertility issues, irregular periods, difficulty losing weight, excessive acne, and even hair loss. If you are a man, keep listening because there are important reasons you do want to learn about PCOS and how it may impact your health as well. Yes, yes, yes. Today is March 4th, 2021. It is Virtual PCOS Advocacy Day. This event is organized by the wonderful organization called PCOS Challenge. PCOS Challenge works with the U.S. Congress, federal and local government agencies on public policy and legislation affecting people with PCOS. Their efforts help improve and expand access to care, increase funding for research. Learn more about this amazing organization at PCOS.org. PCOSchallenge.org. As a nutrition endocrinology practitioner, health editor, and fitness trainer, and especially as an educator, I'm dedicating the next 2 episodes to recognize PCOS. I will do so by raising awareness and educating you about this highly undiagnosed disorder. Let me remind you that if you're ready to take health and fitness to the next level, schedule a complimentary session with me. We'll discuss a health path that makes sense for you. Go to BeFabBeYou.com to book a call. Be ready to rock and roll. You'll find the link to the show notes in the show notes as well. Also, go to BeFabBeYou.com/podcast to access the transcripts and sources for this episode. Let's talk about what is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome or PCOS. What is the percentage of women impacted by it? Why do girls, women, and men want to learn about it? And what are some of the symptoms, causes, and complications of this syndrome? So let me start by defining the word syndrome. According to the Merriam-Webster, syndrome is a group of signs and symptoms that occur together and categorize a particular abnormality or condition. Another medical literature defines syndrome is a recognizable complex of symptoms and physical findings which indicate a specific condition for which a direct cause is not necessarily understood. Wow. Does this definition put things in perspective or what? This sucks, doesn't it? Look, compassion towards those with PCOS is a must. I have worked with several women with PCOS And although there is no cure to it, I am here to tell you that implementing and sustaining a holistic lifestyle approach becomes vital to managing the condition, improve the quality of life and confidence. According to the Mayo Clinic, PCOS is an abnormal disorder common among women of reproductive age. Women with PCOS may have infrequent and prolonged menstrual periods or excess male hormones that are androgen levels. The ovaries may develop numerous small collections of fluid, which are follicles, and fail to regularly release eggs. However, not everyone with PCOS has ovarian cysts. It has become clear that PCOS is a metabolic and endocrine disorder, which elevates the order or the magnitude of severity here. So the global prevalence of PCOS is estimated to be between 6 and 26%. Yes, that's a huge wide range. And according to the CDC, PCOS affects 6 to 12% of American women of reproductive age. And as you will learn shortly over here, the health problems are numerous and continue far beyond the childbearing years. What is even more shocking and sad to know relates to the delayed diagnosis and lack of information. In one survey of close to 1,400 women with PCOS in 32 countries, here are some of the stats that came out of that. About 47% of the women visited 3 or more doctors before getting answers. A third of women said it took more than 2 years to get a proper diagnosis. About 16% of women were satisfied with the information provided by the doctors. 16% satisfied. Their most common concerns were difficulty losing weight, irregular menstrual cycles, and infertility. So what's going on here, really? A common scenario among women with PCOS is this. As a teenage girl at puberty, she has irregular periods. She goes to the doctor with her mother most of the time and is prescribed a birth control pill to regulate her cycle. Over the next few years, she experiences weight gain, excessive acne, sees the hair where it's unusual for women to grow hair. This young woman tries different diets already, tries exercise, even weight loss pills, start sometimes having, eating disorder problems because it's impacting her self-esteem, her confidence. She starts feeling lethargic, energy starts going downhill too. She is very confused and start asking questions, what's wrong with me? Everyone else does X, W, and Z and work for them. Why doesn't work for me? She keeps trying different strategies to improve her health and look like other women, other girls. Still, she does not give up. She is relentless. This is important to her. Her image is important. She goes to the doctor and is told what? To eat healthy and exercise. This is something she's got to manage. She is not just doing enough, right? Boy, don't I hear that quite a bit. In reality, she is doing lots, but is not getting results and is still clueless. Life goes on because it has to go. She meets someone. They get married. They want to try to start a family. She stops her birth control pills. And what happens? Nothing. For months, she cannot get pregnant. At this point, she and her partner start seeking answers. The question returns, what's wrong with me? Her mindset start getting impacted, her self-esteem getting even lower. The stats I provided on that online survey gives you a little bit of glimpse of her exhausting experience. Many of the women with PCOS I worked with shared this story that I've just told you. Their symptoms include obesity, depression, anxiety, insulin resistance, yes, prediabetes, even diabetes, elevated lipid profile, yes, the acne, hair growth in areas that they don't want to see the hair. They're seeking additional help because the treatment they've been given is not effective. Some women seek help because they want to have children in a few years. And they want to do whatever they can because they're relentless to prepare their body to get pregnant and have a healthy pregnancy, or as healthy as a woman with PCOS can have. Some women seek help because they want to do what they can, again, to prevent diabetes, cancer, and heart diseases. And these diseases are all associated with PCOS, unfortunately. So what are the causes of PCOS? Unfortunately, medicine has not been able to figure this out. And as I described, a syndrome, it's complicated, it's complex. Some of the factors, though, that play a key role are insulin resistance. Yes, I talk enough about it, and this is one key factor in women with PCOS. What happens is excess insulin might increase androgen production, causing difficulty for ovulation. And we also understand that excess insulin may cause insulin resistance, weight gain, fat gain, fatigue, irritability, inflammation, and more. Also, another factor is excess androgen. The ovaries of a woman with PCOS tend to produce higher levels of androgen, which includes, androgen includes testosterone. This often causes abnormal hair growth and acne in women. Inflammation is another factor. Research shows that women with PCOS have a low-grade inflammation that stimulates cysts in the ovaries to produce the androgens, which can damage the heart and the blood vessels in the future. And there is heredity. And another part of another research shows the link of certain genes to PCOS, which is one of the reasons that I want men to listen carefully here. The research has shown that brothers and fathers of women with PCOS also have elevated hormone levels and face the same long-term health risks, such as diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. The research points to the likelihood that the same gene defect is responsible for both the reproductive and the metabolic abnormality. So if you are lucky and you do not have anyone in your family with PCOS, be grateful, my man. Yet it is because you do have lovely women in your life. Learn, understand, and support their journeys to the best of your ability. Share this information with your bodies too. Next episode, I will talk about PCOS in lifestyle areas, women with PCOS, and these men with family history want to invest their time and efforts in order to prevent chronic diseases mentioned earlier. And by the way, you do not have to have PCOS to benefit from the discussion ahead. Everyone can benefit from applying the strategies I will be sharing. In the meantime, I want you to take 5 to 10 minutes to reflect who in your life could be suffering from PCOS or at risk. Who do you know? Who is in your life is raising a girl, a teenager, or a child, female child? Grandchild, I am sure you know someone. I encourage you to be part of the solution. Share this episode with them. Be a catalyst, be an educator to the best of your abilities. So do that and get some brownie points. From me directly, no, I'm not going to cook and send you brownies, don't you worry. Although I might be cooking some without some sugar in it. Let me think about that recipe. So thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. to the BFAB Made Simple podcast. Can you do me a favor? If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and leave it a rating. It helps the podcast and I really appreciate it. If you're wondering where to start, head over to my website, linked in the show notes, to sign up to receive encouragement, tips, and strategies to maximize results. While you're there, download a free health guide to get you started today. If you're looking for a coach and trainer to help you optimize your weight, body, and health, get on my calendar. Let's discuss your goals, establish a custom plan, implement it, and celebrate your results. Together, we can do this. Find the link to schedule a free energy audit strategy session also in the show notes. Connect with me on social media. I would love for you to let me know that you're listening to the show. Also see the show notes for the links. In addition to a qualified healthcare practitioner, it's important that you have someone in your corner who is in for you and will help you to plan and stay on track implementing your goals. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll this boat. I will see you on the next episode of BFAB Made Simple. Just a reminder that this podcast is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for health care by a doctor or other qualified medical professionals. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.